Hello friends, welcome to C# Intermediate to Advanced tutorial. Now you are watching the final part of the video, C# application debugging. In this video, we are going to examine how to use immediate window. So these are all the slide decks from the previous parts of the this sub-series. So the sub-series started with breakpoint, how to put breakpoint. Then we talked about step over, step in and step out option. In this part we explained how we can evaluate the expression and statements, and what's the use of step over, step in and step out when the statement execution involves function calls. After that we talked about conditional breakpoint. Then we talked about the debugging windows. In this part we talked about call stack, so that's how we started the debugging windows. After exploring the call stack window, we experimented how local and auto window works and what's the difference between these two windows. In the last video, in the previous video, we talked about the debug output window and how we can write some debugging information using the write line function of the system.diagnostics.debug namespace. Now we will learn about immediate window. So immediate window allows checking variables and objects. So here in this example you are seeing question mark this, so that's how you have to enter value in the immediate window. Then it will display the content of this object. So for example, you can even experiment some values also. Let's say the content in prod id variable or object. So after this you have to hit enter, then it will display the content of prod id. So if it is an object, it will list all the members here. You can also evaluate expression, as you see here, a plus b into c. Suppose if a is holding a value 5, b is 1 and c is -1, then the expression will be a plus b equal to 6 then into c. So you will get -6 here once you hit enter. Here also, after typing this, you have to hit enter button. So you can also make a function call using this immediate window expression. So for example, you can put a question mark and so for example, let string str. So if this is the string, then you can print the string content, or you can even make a call to the string content str dot. You can make use of some string functions like getting the length of the string, or making call to a function called substring by passing the parameter. All those stuff we can do in the immediate window. So instead of explaining everything here in the theory part, let's directly jump into the demo. So there we will get some good hands-on. Now it's demo time. Let's go to Visual Studio and experiment immediate window. So here in the auto locals, previously this was the content in the previous video. For this video we added two more statement. So here is some string variable which contains some data. I mean the string is initialized here. Then we have some dummy integer with value 0. So now let's keep a breakpoint here in this string str equal to expression. Then we will execute this. So you can bring up the immediate window from debug, Windows immediate window. So if it is not available, go to tools, customize, then click on the debug menu, then scroll down, you will get immediate window. So you can place wherever you want, even you can place it in help menu also. So the perfect location for this is debug. So you can move and place it here if it is not there in our Visual Studio IDE. Alright, now let me bring up the immediate window. Here is the immediate window. So to examine the expression, place a question mark. Then let me keep B here. So we know the content of B is 20. So now if I hit enter, you will see that expression B is evaluated. You can also put a space, it doesn't matter, it will still give the result. At any time you can clear the content. So you can also evaluate an expression, say for example A into A plus B. So A into A equal to 10 into 10, 100, then plus B 20, 120 will be the result now. So the expression you can evaluate. Then you can use this expression here in our statement also. Suppose here E is 50, right? Now you can just copy this and paste it here. Okay, paste it not allowed. So it will be easy. So previously we evaluated an expression. Now we know that E is holding the value 120. Let me do the clear all operation here. Then I'll place a question mark. So this is the current object. That means the form. If I hit enter, it will show all the member of this form. And if you see, it's shown all the private members, btn get result, label 1, label 2, label 3. So label 1 is enter the upper limit. So all this member it is showing should be less than 30,600. So let me close this, and if you see, so it listed these label values when I looked for the expression. You see here the expression, when I asked for this object is nothing but the FRM debug object, and all its members are displayed here. Likewise, if your debugging session contains some objects, then you can print those objects and examine its members. We can also make function calls. First, let us examine the content of str. Str is null because this statement is not executed. executed. So let me click on the step over. So the statement str is executed now. If I print str, it will show the content of str. So let's state that we want to take a substring of there's a string content, and the substring what we want to take is this data. So for that we want to form an expression. So now we want to use the substring. If you see here what I am doing, I'm placing str dot, I'm making call to substring, open bracket. Now it shows two flavors. One is start index. What I want is data, so this overload is not suitable, so I'm going for a next one. So this one shows start index. So start index is from D, 1 2 3 4 5 6. So I'm deliberately making a mistake, which we usually do. If you see, I counted it from 1 and I placed a 6. Then length, I'm placing it as 4. So my expectation is it should show data, but when I hit enter, it shows ATA space. That means it is showing this one. Now let's try this again. Okay, clear all, question str dot okay, let's do that again. Str dot substring. So last time we made a mistake, 6 comma 4, that's what we gave previously. So it's showing str as null. Let's execute that statement, and to retry the previous one, press the up arrow button, then hit enter. So it shows ATA. Now I clicked the up arrow button once again, and this time I'm making correction. I'm doing it 5. Why? Because the index is 0 based. So 0 1 2 3, space bar is space is 4 and D is 5. So the start index I'm giving it as 5. So this time it will take the data from D. Then length I am giving it as 4. So if you see here, I formed the expression. Now what I can do, I can copy this, then I can use it here in my so in the code we can use it. So string string. So this will be useful when we are writing code and we can form the expression on the fly. Here if you see, I just formed this through the debug session. You can even make even a complex expression through the immediate window. Now let me execute this again. Okay, let me close and reopen this. Now you can see the substring substr is holding the value data. So you can even make a call to our built-in function also. Let me do that here. So now we are in immediate window. We know that the sum if prime will print the prime number, and also it will sum the prime numbers. Yeah. So here we have system.diagnostics. Is prime will tell whether the given number is prime or not. Now if you see, let's say that I have written that is prime function. Now I am checking that how it is working without writing any testing code. So is prime, so the function expects a number, the number, so I am passing 12 here. So it shows false. So at present I am here. You can even make a call to this dot is pri is prime. So 12 is not prime number. Now this time we will check 17. 17 is a prime. So if you see here, we are making call to function in the immediate window. So let me do clear all. I will make a call to sum if prime. This has a diagnostic information also. That means we have a write line. So this will print something in the console.output window. So now I am making call to is sum if prime. This sum if prime is not returning anything, but it will print some message in the console, I mean in the output window. So sum if prime, I am doing 12 here. When I hit enter, you can see that in the immediate window it printed the diagnostic messages. So it evaluated this function, and at the same time whatever is we printed here, that also get printed in the immediate window. So this one is get printed in the sum if prime. And if a function returns something, that also get printed. We already saw that. If you want, let me do that once again. First let me put a clear all, then question mark is prime. So it shows that is prime returned false. That means this is not a prime number. So the return value is printed here in this case is prime bold. So it printed false. We already examined this. So likewise, you can even make a call to complex expressions. Say for example, so at present we are here, right? Let's so b equal to 20, right? B equal to 20. If you see, I'm forming the expression here itself, and is this dot is prime of 5. So this is the opening bracket, okay, all right. Now if you see, this one will return true and this one return false, and in combination this one also will return true, is prime. 5 is a prime number, so both returned true, that's why we get true. Now let me put a break question mark, and if you want to see how it returned true, you can bypart it true, then so this returned true and this also returned true. That's why this complete expression returned true, because it's an AND. So likewise, this immediate window will be useful for your debug session. That's all here in this video. So this concludes our sub-series C# application debugging. Now you can utilize the techniques learned here when you are debugging your large-scale application. Thank you for watching. Bye.